Ba-ba-da-ba-da-boo.
You are now listening to Anyway Well.
Looking at your little feet while I'd be laughing all day when I could nick this victory if I was back in 4th grade. Your aims to change up names and thought your home was fine, though with that lowest height it's quite impressive that you made an oversight. I topped the charts with all my arts, your drawing won and lost the damn fight. This is another pen game gonna wanna broadcast tonight. How quickly Nick defended me is the best show of a briefcase. Or you may have axed the door, but not the ones in your police cage. You take names from your mother while I take names in a brawler that I fucker. He can't keep his pants up in the battle and he's underneath his own dumb clones in terms of causing heroes problems. Some of my lines may have raised some eyebrows, but it's you who's out of pocket. Was the Nigo more inflated than the fraudulent Loch Ness monster? You must have been hit with my goosey glow, but not down under. Bounced around relationships, no wonder they called you a one-hit wonder. But don't be so hard on yourself. Your statues can break cinder blocks up. Next up, Red White thinks of it, takes hold and then he spreads the bloodshed. Go visit your ex's, your boyfriend again and get your clock played. They threw me in a cell and like your brains for my crimes appear. But when you lock and pearl, you're a worse threat to society. Admitting you start with the blast of TNT. Well, all you can bomb is a chance with women. They make like you tried to with TNT and got themselves off the map. The big on the cheek when you're passing your tamale. You my god, man, your morals are fucked. Just like the sassy you're fucking a month. Nice side dog, you look like a duck. I guess I've awoken and solving the dog test his problems attack with this dog side crap. A cross between Barney Stinson and the fucking nigga romper man. Won't be able to stop with the pick and a phoenix, so maybe stop picking your nose. Too gross to fly with iris, so you're in the flames, but letting the bridge go and smoke. Your talk's so big, but something's off a bit. You wanna win the trophy, get a claim on stage, but all they did was take a single read of your title card and they scoffed at it. You technically created the universe, but you can't blow up the audience. I get up in a steel sword and I change all the factors. Whilst you get up in a steel sword and then fail as an actor. My contractions of the planet's hunger, maybe get what's on next time. Your sausages gon' bankrupt you when one dog eats your whole supply. I'm flipping the script when the witness fires. You're flipping the script sending kids to asylum. So unable to light flames, it gets started a whole nother ice age. That's why I'm ignoring this all by saying the fate of the words in your hands. But if I look at the logs, it's too true. Your buttons will push by Gragas and Zulu. I have a lesson to give to this whiny troll. Whether it's my tech or tops, I've never knocked out some pigs under my control. Phoenix had a decade and a half spent on a chum he lost, and even he in the end cut you off. You were never good enough. I can't believe you made me babysit this man-child. I would never sit on a baby. Welcome to the team. I can tell you need some help even when hyping up your war cry. You can't do anything yourself. They chat for your cooking, but looking right at it, the grub I collect is more healthy. You might want to try it. I keep my entire team active. You can't even balance a diet. Think it's so big and the my kind of fishes who handle that better, and you're the one making it wetter. This power you shouldn't possess making sequels. You gas up your drive but just second to diesel. With all your credits, it's odd that the one good thing your name's attached to the rock and among us. You swap out your job with the cash, but can't run a field, so maybe start touching some grass. With all your roles you got to go, but you couldn't get any change. A dozen jungle movies can't prepare you for Realm with the Fae. I thought my face was plain, but seeing yours is just terrible, Dwayne. The only people stealing it make memes, and now they are your fame. You think his genocide's a threat, but if he tries to start a fight, I'll leave him squirming like the caterpillars right above his eyes. I'm popping off, patrolling the bubble he's cowering from, so must get a pack up and run. He knows the charge you were a child, he hides a far better match for my gun. I kill every Rosen and casting, you got me character status on accident. Hidden when you were the villain, the switcher you switched it, but either way you were a villain. Your face is a cause to be frightened of, but making passes a married man, I'm raising eyebrows. And he keeps passing when you try to cure him, the nose of the knocker, that's about what you're cooking. You think you're cooking on me, you're delusional, but I guess that's not unusual. You're like your ribbons with kids, but soon as the academy gets cancelled, it's you acting juvenile. I fought the darkest fights, but we know the star's not bright when he made the film about water dry. Your filming will wind alive, if your reputation will mar the mind. Let's go through your losses, you won't get the rumble, but took all those faces off. System a monster's the biggest of which with the sun, the butt of the gates to walk. There you go when you suffer your findings and worthy compared to my wrestling, you move like a twerk. You're better off taking someone else's body, no wonder your cousin's forgotten for curving. You want to talk about faces, it wasn't cause that's the Scorpion King, as soon as was wishing to kill it with fire. It's looking more hellish than me in an imp costume. You need effects to feed your endless ego, so you twist the script. But now all that's affected is your psyche by the incident. My voice acting is godly, while you got 3 different voices to drop before you'd honestly sound but pleasing, but squeezing out that automaton. Let's talk about Hank for a second, cause he was not the demon, it's true. The man you possessed you back for revenge, and yet it wasn't even on you. I hate to make fun of your suicide, but that shit didn't end so well. You failed your attempt, almost killed everyone except yourself. Redemption's all dependent on your friendships, you're a weak man. As this time you're killed by a rock, there will not be a rematch.
Dark side, light this bitch up.
Another young hooligan entering my domain, I suppose I'd better get to flowing. Though I remember the days when beef with Wendy was fresh and never frozen. You'll need to use your Olympic training, as now you're leaping massive hurdles. I'll have you know I'm an ancient legend, while you're a whipper-snapping turtle. I'm bowling right off of the dome, you vagina highs, and you're probably dead in the orbiter's dome. I'm like the trajectory of all those icicles falling on top of your head. I've been hired to keep every outsider firmly away on my turf. You could chase them, you hurting for days. Purpose of sailing, the burning of flames from the flowers, the purple and fade. The talking shelf for your children are spending entire days hidden inside. Open a novel and your door, you're not a star, you need to feel the shine. Rely on technologies twisting the chasms and hand-to-hand combat your heads in the stone. The only connection between us destined to follow us both everywhere that we go. Ugh, I can't deal with your rambling, you have got to just stop. Your enemies call you the wicked witch of the witness stand, but I'm the one with the one, so step up to brawl. You're wasting your line complaining like you know exactly how to scrounge joy. So yeah, keep whining about tablets and androids while you stay glued to your tabloids. You rival Birdo with that bigger mouth, you dump a wall of words in each scene, and you think you can burn my cheat sheets with waterfalls of perjury? Please! You get to meet Edward the Prance and swoon, he's filing for sexual harassment soon. And from Samurai to the man in blue, we know damn well you cannot handle suits. Miss all but you spit, it's about as much as you get the bag. When you bounce around more than my ring to security job, it's like you rep for now. What the fuck does that mean? You're just an unlovable boomer who cannot be bowling a spinning bomb. Funny, you're jacking a camera and still couldn't manage to steal a single heart. I heard you laughing about my name, and yet for all we know we share it. How did you change yours to cutie, since no one will call you that otherwise you look horrendous. You're not supposed to mask your face with silly costumes, you mask it by sticking some shit on the rim of your lip and it's so chew. Who gave the idea to do that? Where are your parents? Imagine how on rubbing cameras you would lose the fight for yours, you weakling. Try to photograph your victory, but I could just delete it. Queen Wendy is finished spending her precious time with this awful beat. Bow down and leave, miss. All you do is take orders from royalty. No, you need to take a step back. You'll end up collapsing for terrible rhymes. Both you and the streamers attempting to voice out your game are dying for trying to get out your line. Marks my constant losses, but I always put a fight up. Your decrepit body's just about as fragile as your Cyclops. Basing your life on celebrities, I see more impressive stars up on mortar. Attempt to cry for them, though the only emotion you can inspire is boredom. Your time's up, mine's been wasted. I'm sure that you truly gave this your all, but I had no need to drop the hammer. It seems the Vasquez did it for us.
You are now listening to Anyway Will.
Hi, Mr. Egg here. I'd be pleased to make your acquaintance, but like the species placed in your creations, you're endangered. Boring players endlessly repeating each and every attempt, 300 IQ, but never test a rodent. To compensate, you place your face in everything you ever made, but only change your title since you're kept away from Sega's name. And I know what it's like to be a rival to the mascot, however, even he's got less holes than this man's plots. My lobby's got the crazy mods to make things memorable. You can't control the chaos, holding mics as much as Emerald, and had to snatch for Tetris all the matches to these beans, huh? Your life's a roller coaster and you still can build a theme park. Ah, what an interesting specimen, but he's not hard. A veteran choose anything, you're dead when hit by one bar. A real hot roast, your head is spinning when I flame in the place. See all the shoulder clear when I take it away. My business booms, rapping in animals, locked on touch, you copied like your company on algorithms, how to butter size. Well, I am quite the feminist, you're pink for never getting guess, but gentlemen, the camping count with that pathetic glimpsing. Sucker blow, talk about the gentleman like that. Oh, your assistant certainly want to serve you on a fried pan. Reversing up on Eggman like a nigger, I was dumped out. What happened to the lovely Maria's what I got shot down? The series is a court supported, I was really gory and ejected to the void, but generations did it for me. Went from well-rounded to monsters, battling graphics where you're starring. Now everyone is wishing you'd go back to where you started. I guess you won those lyrics, but I didn't quite catch them. Too busy standing by and running everything like Captain. And as if you're getting to appear more than monthly in your best. I was on vacation, but everyone forgot about Mr. Egg. Yes! A global power's what I am, and in the end of our feud, you'll have to abandon at your casket. We could say you're maroon. I flow hot, see like a pissed on the moon. You're pissed off for because you split from a dude. Climb to take away, let's take a place like kills them. Envious and gentle trees can extra trace, no there's a green hill zone. I found your secret ingredient, loosely fuel the flame. That's because I'll add the egg to hedgehog stew today. I see you chose an egg pun for your finisher. Exquisite choice, sir. Of course it pales in comparison to my own yolks, but everyone loves him, so you're not the first. Miss, I'd advise you take a read of what I got on sheets, but not a hospital and simply sick on bomb beats. The best investigators couldn't stop me. I always make calls as a far more cutthroat than Sayonji. But I can be pleasant for just a second and pretend you were dead the moment you stepped in like I'm half of your fan. I'm quite the eloquent speaker when I rap on a track where you listen me as bleeding when you're blasting attacks. Here, Buki, mio, da. The loser couldn't get it together to beat thunder. So it makes sense you're terrible at dropping in flows, but get the show on the road. You got your body on the road, leaving you like fear heat go, bleeding on the ground, comparable to your heat flow, never to be found. Probably drowned a book on the down low, your britches down, travel walking down as washed up as your money on a riverbank. Anyone seeing your hanging body should be terrified, but after your wrath, unlike the cabins left unpressurized. Break the door down any time and I still keep it locked down, damn tight. Your case is the worst in your franchise. It should have been kept brief, like my crime. That's precisely why the bigger mystery is what was on your rider's mind. You passed enough from service nurse, and that's the way you take shots. Get your mind out of the gutter, no need for a brainwash. I threatened with metal, you took your banter bag and split from it, but you and K-On there are no creative differences. Hijacking the transport like you were on a fishing ship. Finished missions though, you sent back on the boat to just relieve your shit. You kept within the island and the friend zone, it's embarrassing. Demands you'll never need, they just rejected your advances, miss. And you're the one who stepped off and couldn't stick the landing. As light became the public eyes, you were left hanging. Threatening a boot, packing nothing, coconuts harder than your bombs, bitch. In the night you're eating up a grudges, say goodbye to all your unanimous. Dude, you're trying to defy your bookies music-wise. Stick to fumbling the bag and take a falling off to newer heights. But I should give you thanks for inspiring my latest hit. He seemed out the cash, he had no idea how to live. While the bookie shines bright upon the stage light, the papers couldn't get your name right. You drink a plane rides, enough for smoke, so make sense a legacy we're topping those. I'd scream in boredom looking at your case. Got copycats, but still you left no trace of even being human. Who is this asshat? No one cares, imposters better at that. Literal beginner when you wish to throw down with me. I'd rather waste my time in Mario Circuit 3. When I take the gold, that's a top place, alright. Get away from me, alienated, you got raw! Ayy, we could say this so fight is just like a sequence. 3 minutes long, and by the finish of it, you lose. I call you a snake, but I'd say you got a feed, and that's just so short, yeah, I can't sit through you. And from what I've been told, you're a convoluted mess, but I'm always on a roll. Katamari Desert, nothing but a troll, and it's obvious you're desperate, just like the doors drop off at the end, son. So the criminals attract from the booster pass, who's like one-eyed Bart having a new comeback. And it's you on support like you're Jesse on horse? But I guess I'll save the orphans from the C-tier course. You were mid at 7 and 64. I will admit for the kids, they really tried to do justice in tour. But here's a dick, you're trash. Just another scummy evil thief robbing to circuit of being the worst trap. You blue piddle with the pinballs and flop, falling without star glides cause of that drop. And I appeared to help lifting up from the chasm. But it's useless, just like when you try to ramp up. Always falling short, get bullet bill and you're half cut. Now a fist to face, so get ready for a stand-up. Run to your tunnel like it's a shielding attack dog. As I put the pressure ramming down, eat this dang shot! Well, it's not the end of my lines, could cry of lost raps. I'm not the one that literally bombed tracks. If you try to say your running wasn't a loss, how? Bring in Sheriff's greatest trick, a cop-out. Race directly gazing at the training players quake in fear. Everyone forgot you and moved on to what's the flames in here. May not be the main course, but I'm running mine well while you went in bacon and the fried grill. Just my modeling a super bell serving you like Subway, burning in heat as if the dumb laser. Challenge me to stand up when you have no damn attacks, dude. You're falling the third time, there's no friends to catch you. Wanna play and now that you're on top and the best, but you're in a child's mindset, it's all in your head. And the same kid boxed you and left, dying off, fully sentenced to death by the monkeys again. I fought upon a speeding train against the best schmuck. Your players get on taking train and they can barely stay for 10 seconds. Yeah, just the track in the field said you were forced, but you couldn't escape with even Dr. Porkchop. Random transformations making stuff was not hot. Even your wheels get overshadowed by some donuts. Ha! Pushing with buttons, but unlike monkeys you don't run a fight. Failing to take off from wooden structures to reach for the sky. Launch off a trick shot, the ship's got to crash now. 16 tracks and you're still not gonna stand out. Getting in the way, but it doesn't leave him so scared, cause you've run your course like a train going nowhere. This fool is one friend to his name, as the rest of them pray for his death in the game. And if he couldn't witness his twist can make player, so brains as dumb as his sister's location. If you wish to play the villain, be my guest, I'll beat you black and blue now. The purple engineer's breaking you down. Your drip is dried like you're inside some walls from when you're split, sir. A single trip inside the booth and you're out of the picture. Bullied more than backlash I've had, battle my animatronics, what chance do you stand? You may know levitation, but you're carried by fans. The man behind the slaughter, you can't mess with purple gerbs, kid. Your color's getting wrecked since you're simply not a gentleman. Connections left between us can't be recognized, they're nothing. Though I know what it's like to be surrounded, and then the lock spring. My mechanics can house the best, no visor put you on house arrest. But even he can tell you a beast is more viciously the one household pet. You left your fandom starved for content, kept the devil's truly waiting. Couldn't save face till you ghosted them. End communication. You really thought you could end this already, but Wizard was ready for anything. You can affect me. I'll take all the trash and the scraps of this master by soaking this lessons of Freddy. You're fighting the best. With Grammy you'll take, so like your terrible spikes you get bent. And trying to mess with the pyrokinetic in lines, you'll perish from fires again. My futures and cruises at willy-nilly, and you're still a certain and pedophilic willy. Murdering, hurting, and flirting with children, a kindergarten cost perfectly fitting. They'll call me Steel Wool with how your characters been squished flat. I break the game mechanics with more respect than your glitch traps. I'm rocking on the cameras, killed with shock from the reactors, while your franchise has to rake and bank with shock from the reactors. We're both masters of our craft, but we both made some grave mistakes stasis, like your players living deep within their basements. Your kids' brains are caved in. You caused yourself to end your series, it's no wonder when your channel's pandering to children like it's kindergarten copper. Forever an outsider, worse than any dumb fan's eyes. Shall never pass away, you'll never come back. You know what Wizards won already. Let me introduce my friend. He speaks in movies, though it's better than the broken script that you read. I've made alterations, cast Patronuses, so he's mastering flows. And like how you stay relevant, he spits rap battle quotes. True. Your fans take any hint of lore and then instantly note that. You should know so. Once you go right off to hell, you can't go back. You wanna put me in a suit and mask. With that fantastic force, it's Judgment Day, baby. 4 for 4's the score, with every acting corpse.
Dancing on the beat.
I'm already expecting to get done, like you're not. In your childhood, you're really living under a rock, refusing to acknowledge pain. It's your friends that you're dismissing too. So I'll get it through, giving you something to listen to. Rolling with the siblings, we're a masterful crew. You're prone to brash in the group that keeps on carrying you. Your pointless quarrels with Katara put my boss fights to shame. And you're not above idiots taking Appa away. When you're still just a kid, you don't know what to compete for. Policed by your parents, then you're chief of the police force. Now you live in trees that I cut down with my fire spray. Watching through those stupid vines cause you're hanging on by a thread. Now I'm taking off the gloves and off the shoes. If your strategy's hiding behind a cactus, you must be on the juice. Don't wanna go for low blows, I prefer to diss your weak bar. But from what I've heard of your face, I'm glad that I can't see stars. I'm drowning bullies, you don't wanna mess with the kid. Compared to all your siblings, you're like water under the bridge. I think your sister's far more fit for the ring. I won't be scared of this dude, bring in your hammer, and I better bend it better than you. Remove your stage gimmicks, you only have 2 hits. Don't need my senses, anybody can predict your movements. Keep partnering with Lemmy, I can tell the little shit's near. It's you that's playing leapfrog, so who's the real kid here? You'd wish to beat me in a fight, but you won't even get the chance. They say the games are easy, you can't make it past the desert sand. Calling me a coward when it must leave you embarrassed. That my Pokey was a better protector of both your parents. Failing relationships is with the Pokemon franchise. You're the only fucking thing that Kanto is left behind. Like you did to all society, but I see right through it. So scared to show emotions, you put up more walls than I do. Thinking you're the king's kid, then you're right behind his new one. More than Koopa is a junior who's the junior of a junior. Try to bring Heatness and how he was treated for being unseen, but having a brother could do what I want. Abandoned my family to travel the world, you can't even move off a stump. I'm Melonhammer with the Melon Lord, the Twinkle Toes, but I'm a ball. I've always been thinking outside the box, you're not even thinking like at all. You've run some shits with we've sunken on the ground, just shit sweet. Got done and just with 3 stops and buried under 6 feet. Yo, it's Bob the Ross, attention, justice wants you of an excuse, cause you get none. Kept shut, trapped into shadows, your wait's weak. We didn't hear a peep till episode 18. Thinking that you'll fix all of it with the vampire charm, dude, it matters about as much as a chat try to charm you. So get on the ground, you still can step in my shoes, especially when you could barely lift up Erica's boots. Feel the awfully hearty so much and to fill a canvas. And I have to take your damn break, then maybe I'll stop the heights in my shouting. Leave that to live chat with your face being made. Hey!
Hi, that star was new, right? Still I won't let it with my lines like I let it do its time replying. Have to hide without any disguise from the piles of writing bigger than either of a wing size. Capture the masses
rather capture for the Dark Lord. Turned to a painting, thankfully it wasn't one of yours. I thought of my assassin job, Mars an unharmed target. Couldn't even hit your target audience and started. Got possessed by networks with all the lawsuits you're losing. I'll never be scared of the dude who's also inhuman. We won't need copies of your rot, they're all the same with happy trees that you put in, which makes sense, you really are wooden. Calm down, that's in self-awareness within your life. When you rely on the power to fan of keeping your image alive. Claim you're not a saint, but I can say you look quite pale in this fight. I paint your face with that titanium white. Apart from this ghost demon, now she's puppeteered those beats. Call me all the Lord you can't get track of as I go deep. Cool with growing, but to put it simply, Bob makes slides with paint knives. He's tried to take a life, but they can't die. I lost a part of my finger, and I still make my point better than your narrative, begging to give this game a voice. Amazing with nature, with every landscape in my show. The lone creator only learned to paint a single rose. The student dropped to the school, he and his teachers never right away, just like malign aside and had his rights for. Lost contact with the man years later, signed in newspapers. Betrayed his friend while my friends are what I fight for! Wonderful expression, like my words so soothing. I'm inspired by the magic, while you're inspired by Kirby music. Had your big development through random chats with classes switch. Your entire character's a happy little accident. Bill was magical, I agree, but with all your weather, but you put the guy's technique in every draw you see. But for the yups, he said no, I don't think it's funny that you open up a soda like you signed it with the gunny. Has a scale in the mount, attempt to emerson cloud. It's like a channel banner, how he's got his head in the clouds. Miss of a clown with hell like a sack of rice. We're both dead, when the nest is uncomfortable then you're wild, let's ghost it. So shaded down, you paint a river with tears. Used to be a classic, now only popular upper streamers. And I'm never gonna die, unlike how your legacy did calling me a demon. Please, in my words you couldn't beat it. You need a revival system, while I'm the one who's got it. Ace Attorney is eternal, and Von Karma's never brought it. But your dedication to wrecking trials insane. I am encased in hells of my own making, you hide inside of a cake. Get your layers taken apart, there's no room for nuance. We're questionable, but your fandom's forming new answers. Mine is the riddle that made up all right, in terms of your ship as the Vega is right. You meddled with mine, couldn't afford she fucked your loved ones, including your daughter. My head's buried in my work, going down just for the task. Your head's in the courtroom walls, the gallows, and it's up your ass. Stuck it where you shouldn't, and your shoulder took a round. All the holes in your murder plot wouldn't open if you shut your mouth. The trials incessant, they trust us stepping behind me on a desk full of rival dread. As my piles of evidence find present the liar, repent for the crime with the head. This is fine, it's best as his binding the objective is likened by sense of his child in bed. Just like it meant with designing a texture, just like an attempt, but I strive for perfection. You're writing a letter, inscribing a message, and talking for bed with my ATM. Cause Guardians is detonated by sticking everything, flying high, then take a dive at the edge. A revival system and a tireless development, either would guess what your brain just dead. You were riding the stairs and you cried in the west, and next time I'd be elevated. I would exist. You and the player have more in common than I'd ever have thought. Flexing that pen because you can't with your arm. You're not out of these woods yet, as there's a contradiction I found. To talk with the birds, a fast and absurd look in the mirror right now. Your ship is sailed, so drop it all. When you've been told to go running, you're running from hospital. Where would you figure the pull strings we got done by the fingerprints of a bullet? My fans are avid detectives and metal, and you're dead with these event scenes. That's in the pen game, you've earned a third penalty. So persisting with this, so pitiful it stings. From lies and court to life support, I suppose, without pulling strings. Daughter took the plunge before the finish line, and father dropped to jumping. For the game to fade to black like that's rather shocking. That tragic plot is riddled with bigger holes than my arm, so all your followers outgrew you. I moved on to raise the apple farm. Within Francisco, the wrath of karma carries on. You hardly visit Thea's casket, busy serving cats in charge. Too afraid to say your piece of block yourself while typing code. Cannot float to flows, they should make you feel right at home. Your life has no real unity, it seems. I'm just like your fans or even martyr, you have nothing left to speak to me.